Hey, I'm gonna do a quick video of two action figures that I got, which are Paint Punchers DC Direct action figures. One is Superman, which is the red platinum, and the other is Martian Manhunter. Superman is expensive because I ordered them off GameStop website, so shipping is extra $10. He's generally just gonna be the same price as the Martian Manhunter, which is $28 if you find them in the store. So I recommend you, if you really want Superman, I recommend you to just grab one in store. It will be $28. So now the packaging, I love the fact that each figure comes with their own comic book, but I hate the blister design of these packagings. You would need scissors or X-Acto knife to just get the figures out and the comics. It's really unpleasant. Also, for an inbox collector, these packaging suck because they have no interesting design behind the figures. It's just all black. It's really bland. Why couldn't they use the front cover of the comic as the backdrop? It would have looked way better. Now that the figures are out, standing on the spinner, they both look pretty good. I especially like Superman a little bit more than Martian Manhunters, because it's a little bit better color wise. But Martian Manhunter doesn't look that bad. The scale is a problem. You'll see in a moment. You can see that Martian Manhunter looks really small compared to the other figures. And you can see Superman looks a little bit short too. And that's because of his head. The way it is placed onto the neck is placed way too far down on the neck. I hate that. Now let's talk articulation. Starting with the head, have a listen to the way I move the head. It sounds terrible, huh? Because it's way too tight on the head. It's way too low. He can't even look up. He can't even move. It can barely move because the head is placed way too far down on the neck. Now let's compare that to the Superman Worlds at War or whatever. You can see the head looking all the way up, even with the thick neck that it has. It can still look all the way up, no problem. So it's got a problem on that current Superman. Now let's compare it to the Page Punchers Superman mold, the older one, the Happy Superman. Look how far it looks up. It looks up extremely well for a McFarlane figure. This one cannot. So now, this mold has a typical articulation that you have already seen before and many other Superman molds. So it has double jointed elbows, it has good shoulders articulation, and the only real problem with this figure is the torso articulation. It cannot crunch at all, but it does have good tilt and swivel, and it has good split. It can kick up pretty good, no thigh swivel. It does have double knee articulation, and it has really good ankle articulation and everything. Now let's go over Martian Manhunter's articulation. Martian Manhunter has a much better head articulation compared to Superman. And the rest of the body, the arms can move pretty good. It has double jointed elbows, but the torso still sucks. I think the torso is a little bit worse than Superman because it cannot tilt. And the legs cannot kick up that far like Superman could. It does have double jointed knees, um, and it does not have thigh swivel, but it has really good ankle articulation, just like Superman. It can stand on its own without the disc stand. It can stand on its own without falling down. So now let's talk about capes. Martian Manhunter has no wire in the cape at all. Zero wires in the cape. But I'm not complaining. It looks good when it's draped down. It has no stitching on the sides, so it drapes a lot better. So it looks good. I have no qualms with Martian Manhunter's cape. Superman has wired cape, and that looks great too. So that is good news. Now moving on to sculpt and paint. This body looks amazing. Amazing body for Superman. Now I got Kingdom Come Superman so I can do a quick comparison between the two. They're both very identical, but they got different colors. The flesh tone is different, and you can see the head sculpts are different. Kingdom Come has more apparent wrinkles on the face, and it's a little bit smaller than the new one. The new one is younger, and it has a slightly larger head shape. The head size is a little bit bigger. Now, the paint on the head sculpt is okay. It's kind of sloppy. I do like the light blue eyes here. That's new coming from McFarlane. McFarlane always paints the eyes, dark blue. Unfortunately, I have a paint chip on the hair of that Superman, but the hair has shaded blue, like it has some blue shading on it, which is nice. It's a nice touch. Now, on the S shield, this symbol here is gorgeous. It is huge on the chest. It's really big and in your face, and it has no black border. Beautiful. It has the same color, the blue color on Zero Hour Superman, but Zero Hour has better red and yellow. However, I still prefer the current Page Puncher Superman just for, the overall look. Now this figure reminds me of the old DC Universe classics from Mattel, whereas it had like a big S shield, muted red and dark blue with no yellow S on the cape, and light blue eyes. Now onto Martian Manhunter. It looks great proportionally. The head sculpt looks great, the body looks great, the sculpt work of that costume looks great. Um, but I don't like the colors on this one. It's too bright. The neon green and the light blue, it just turns me off. I don't like it. I only bought this because of that head sculpt. That head sculpt is perfect for a Martian Manhunter. That's the most evergreen looking head sculpt I've ever seen when it comes to Martian Manhunter head sculpt. It does have a disc, golden discs on the cape, but it's not accurate to the comic that it came with. Same thing with the belt buckle there. You see that square belt buckle? It's supposed to be it is supposed to be oval shaped belt buckle. The boots look good. It has some seams on it, but I don't mind. Yeah, and it's got texture all over. You can see the texture all over the legs and the arms. He's an alien, so I don't mind. It doesn't bother me at all. Um, it looks good overall. I like it. I just don't like the light blue and the light green on this figure. Not a fan of that. Now let's talk about accessories. Both of these figures have no accessories. Comic books don't count. Cards don't count. Splayed hands don't count. So they suck. Now onto modding the neck piece for Superman's head. You can see the one on the left, that's from the current Superman figure, and it's already long. And unfortunately, you can see the socket sits way too high inside the head. And unfortunately, I can't take the piece of the hair off the head, so I can lower the socket down and put epoxy sculpt on top of it just so the head can sit a little bit higher on the neck. It's hard to explain. It's the best way I can describe it. Now, luckily for me, I'm able to find a slightly longer double ball peg from movie Aquaman figure. Now with Aquaman's double ball peg, you can see the head sits a little bit higher. I mean, just a centimeter longer can make a huge difference. And this looks way better. It looks more natural. Now the head can move a lot better. It has more mobility now, more flexibility without all the squeaky noise. Now onto my opinion about both of these figures. I think they're both great. I especially like Superman because it is Alex Ross Superman. So that's amazing, and I am very happy with that. But Martian Manhunter, not very happy with it. The scale of it is off. It's way too undersized, and I don't like the colors on that Martian Manhunter. It's way too bright. Neon green with baby blue just doesn't do it for me. It's hard for me to take it seriously with those colors. But I do like both of them, and I think they pose pretty well. They're okay. I think Superman has way better articulation than Martian Manhunter from the neck down. But from the neck up, Martian Manhunter has better articulation. So anyway, uh, I really like that Superman. It looks amazing. Martian Manhunter, it's fine. Again, way undersized for me, and the colors are just way too bright. So that's it. That's it for the review. Thank you for watching. Hope I see you again, and subscribe if you haven't. Take care.